Welcome to the model of the old city from the time of 66. Well, that's how we believe the city used to look like. For us, what is important in that video is the two Golgothas. What do you mean two Golgothas? There's only one Golgotha. Well, that is correct. But there are two traditions. One of the Catholic, Orthodox churches and the Armenian. The other one is of the Protestant, some of the evangelists, and so on and so on and so on. Then you can see right there a guy, a Hasidic guy, that actually standing in kind of Mount of Olives and watching the whole city, just like Jesus saw the whole city. And the most important structure is the Jewish temple. But to the left of the Jewish temple, you can see the Antonia. That was a fortress that was built by the, let's say, Hashmonite, and then later on by King Herod. And it's actually control of everything that happened in the old city. Too many people, lots of problems. Then in that case, for example, Pontius Pilate, his palace was at Caesarea, which is north of Tel Aviv today, but at Passover, which is one of the Jewish festivals when there will be here hundreds of thousands of Jews, then he knew that it might be a lot of problem. Then he moved to, according to the Catholic, to the Antonia, to the fortress, and that's where he judged Jesus. Then the Via Dolorosa of Jesus started from the Antonia. You can see the stairs, and I must tell you that we don't know how big the Antonia was because it's now at the Muslim Quarter, and I'm not sure that we have a lot of information or abilities to excavate there. And he walked through from there. That's where the Via Dolorosa began until he left the city. Remember, he was crucified outside the city. Then you can see the gate, the judgment gate, right there. And he was crucified outside the gate. And because the sun is in my eyes, I'm trying to look for it. Yeah, that's the area of the Golgotha. It used to be a quarry that of King Herod. And it was outside the city. But if you look at the city now, you can say, I can see a lot of houses outside the city. There's even a wall around that, and it cannot be there. But you must understand that that part of the third wall is from 40 AD, which is something like almost 10 years after Jesus' time and up. All right, now we know where is the Catholic Golgotha. Today, it's the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. But in the 19th century, some of the Christians, mostly from the Church of England, and by the way, you can see now the stadium of the Hebrew University, and there's another two important museums here outside the city. But the most important thing is the Library of Israel. And look at the Knesset, the Parliament of Israel. But we are heading to see the Garden Tomb, which is the second option of the Skull Hill, the Golgotha. I had to start from a different place, but it's so hot and I'm not sure that I will be able to walk there. You know what? I will walk there. Then I'm jumping to that area that you won't suffer from the heat. I'm reaching the palace of King Herod. And according to the Church of England and the evangelists and the rest of the Protestant, the judgment place was there, not at the Antonia. Today, we found a gate, a hidden gate, somewhere, I think here. And I do have some videos of it. I do have more than 22,000 videos of the Holy Land. I will be more than happy if you will subscribe on my channel, and just tell me that you're a new subscriber, and I will bless you. Then it was here mainly because why should Pontius Pilate will go to the Antonia if he's got better facilities in his palace? The Antonia was an army camp. This is a palace with all the royal things that Pontius Pilate wanted to have. Then in that case, he will judge here. He went out of the city, you can see the gate there, and he went all the way, and now we are walking together through the city. Some of them will reach, some of them accepting that the Church of the Holy Sepulchre of today used to be the Crucifixion place, but some others believe that it was outside the gates at the time at the time of Jesus, which is actually true, but that part was outside the city as well. Then he went out through that gate, the judgment gate, right there, and he was crucified, a place that now we call it the Garden Tomb, which is next to Damascus Gate, at the northern part of the city, and you can see the rock right there. This is the skull hill of the crucifixion. That's where he was crucified, died, buried, and resurrected. Then in that case, now you know more or less where are the location of those two important places for the Christians. One is right there. This is the Church of the Holy Sepulchre today, and this is the Skull Hill, the Garden Tomb. Guys, it was a pleasure to be with you. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you do have some questions about everything, please ask me. Bye-bye.